So it is currently winter solstice, the 21st of December, 2024. The shortest day. Now, I used to be very Christmassy. I used to be very into the Christmas spirit. And now, although I still love winter and I still feel somewhat engaged in the Christmas spirit, I feel more gravitated towards just the season of autumn and winter and the later months of the year. Once as a child, this time of year used to signify all this whimsy and wonder and magic. Now, as an adult, I associate this time of the year more with reflection and more with just looking back at the year and trying to evaluate where I am and try to go forward into the new year with those thoughts. Last year, I wanted to create a tradition. I feel that's also important throughout the years, is try to establish some sort of traditions. It gives some sort of routine and stability, I believe. Of each winter solstice, kind of just take a bit of time to kind of calm down and evaluate. And what I did last year is I wrote a list of things down of what I wanted to do. I believe they're both, it's personal and professional and creative are the three sections that I divided it up to. And I wrote them down in a list and I put them in this box. And I haven't looked at this, and I haven't opened it since. And the goal for that, for me personally, was to almost kind of subconsciously a year ago be like, I want to do this. And then just kind of put them away and see if I did do them, because I don't know. If I really wanted to do them, then I would have done them. And the goal being almost is I kind of want to read this list, see if I want to take away anything into next year. There's a few things that I know are on here because I feel like I haven't done them. I haven't done some of these. But yeah. There's some, and I'm going to read them. I'm going to see where I'm at. I'm going to reflect, and I'm going to then write another list for next year and then put them away. That you won't see. I'm going to keep that a secret to myself. I assume all I put in here was a list. I don't think I put anything else, so I believe there's only just some paper. There is. Here we go. Oh, is this going to hit the tree? It is. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to move the tree. Sorry, Santa. And there you go. Here it is. And it says, to open and reflect on the 21st December 2024. And now I'm doing this in the morning because I'm working today. So let's see what and that's all that was in here. It was just a box. I wrote a few pages. I wasn't sure how long I wrote this. Let's see. Okay. I wrote this on the 21st of December 2023 at 10:44 p.m. So it was one of these late night thinkings. God, there's like 3 pages of this. Of course there is. Right, here we go. What I want to achieve in 2024. Creatively, I want to publicly premiere and finish Happyless for February. I did do that. That was February 29th. That was done. Oh, here's some Violet Wounds. Violet Wounds. I want to research funding and apply for that between January and April. I want to shoot the film in either summer or autumn/winter. I won't get too much into it, but Violet Wounds is a script that Joe wrote, and we were going to hopefully get it done this year. That didn't happen between scheduling conflicts and just... I mean, that was mainly it. It was just scheduling. We can't really get the scheduling down. Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days for that one. The Muse and Hysteria. This should be fun. This should be an interesting one. Fully complete post-production, spring. Hysteria did. I think Hysteria was done No, that was like late summer. I think Hysteria was done. Submit to festivals. Did that with Hysteria. Organize a double bill premiere for both in the summer. Calling it Musteria. I remember wanting to do that. That didn't happen. Publicly upload both. Hysteria in October. Muse in November. Hysteria publicly premiered November. It did. Yeah. Well, there was some post-production delays. There still is some post-production delays on one of those. What I will say with the Muse is stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're getting there. Reese, the cinematographer of the film, and also just, first of all, just a friend of mine, he said, hey, it's better late than never. And that really reassured me almost in that realm of like, I was getting frustrated and annoyed about how long this film has taken to get finished. Like, we shot the film. We wrapped the film in June 2023. And it's still not out there. But Reese, again, he reassured me, it's like better late than never. And I'm like, you know what? The Silent Hill 2 remake, upon announcement, was October 2022, and it released to the world in October 2024. So we still got some time before we need to get it done in my head for that reasons. And yeah, Hysteria got done. This is fun. I might have to bleep some things because of this is still a project that I'm still working on. This is a feature film script that I wrote during the pandemic, and that I wanted to. Then I wrote the first draft of script on my own. Then I wanted to co-write it with Robbie. Properly finished writing the script with Robbie. Begin speaking to crew and cast. Begin planning funding and logistics for film. Maybe set an ideal shoot date for film. Wow. Well, so the situation with that film is at the beginning of this year, I did hand a physical copy to Robbie for him to make notes on, and we briefly talked about it. With the plan being we're going to get the Muse finished around springtime, and then in the summertime we're going to fully write this film, like get this film done and get it sorted and plan the logistics with a hope to make it in 2025. The thing with being that is obviously the Muse didn't get done, so I didn't want to shove this in. But also with this one in particular, I realized how much would be involved with this film, and I don't think it should be rushed. So it's not getting made next year. I don't have a date for that film, to be fair. I did mention it to Reese, said to Reese that I would want him to be cinematographer for it. I spoke to a cast member about it, and he read the script with me, and he liked it. But that's just really it, man. That's just really it. I got 2 films here for feature scripts. That other 2 just scripts that I'm on again, off again working on. One of them working on so more than the other. I got notes here. Keep developing and writing these feature scripts. Set time aside every now and then for them. Maybe go out to a cafe to do so. Didn't do that. Didn't do the cafe thing. I don't think I with one of them I haven't returned to. One of them I have not returned to at all. I think I read it. I read a bit of it. I was like, okay, cool, but nothing's springing to mind with it. And the other one I am constantly, every year I'm returning to that one. So I am going back to it. Not as often, not too often. With one of them, I haven't even returned to the outline document yet. I've just kind of been thinking about it. I need to actually write bits to it for that one. Another series of scripts. This one was going to be a series of short films. I'm still kind of working on it. I've got an interesting idea for this one. I know this is very entertaining for you because I don't want to say any names yet. We'll call that one. We'll call this one Project Fish. How about that? Project Fish. Series of short scripts. Sometime So same thing as the feature scripts. Prioritize the features first, though. Maybe dip into Project Fish during spring or summer. Again, I haven't returned to that one. It's been in my mind, not as often as the feature scripts that I'd previously mentioned, but this one's kind of... I've got something in mind for that one. Again, I know that's very entertaining for you lot. It's very vague, but yeah, that's kind of... Haven't thought about that one as much. Oh, interesting. I'll probably read out these names because I think I haven't really even thought about these scripts. The names are fine. Another script, 2 scripts I've written down. The Method and The Lost Shadow short film scripts. The Lost Shadow. Oh, yeah, that was just a daft little concept that I thought about, and I thought about maybe doing it, but it never advanced further than just a little concept. Anyway, I said, work on these scripts before Project Fish, but in correlation with the features. Properly work on the method, Love Bethany style. Discuss with certain crew members about working together on both. Lost Shadow first as a test. Interesting. Didn't do any of that. Didn't do any of those ones. I think I thought about the method a bit more, and the method idea is advanced somewhat, but I'm using that more as just a side project to jot down ideas on when I'm stuck on actual projects. I'm not really fully advancing with that one in terms of I need to make that one, and I've abandoned the Lost Shadow completely. Here we go, interesting. I've got notes on Terabithia, as in the production, Gabriel Brown, that production team that I work on stuff with every now and then. I've got Terabithia, keep working with them, and I have, and I probably will continue to do so. What did I do? I was gaffer on Abduction, the film written by Jake Yearwood, directed by Gabriel, and I was gaffer as well on The Other Birthday, and I was first AD on the dance video. So and I'm still in touch with them. So yeah, I did keep working with them. Thrones, keep working with them, which I did. I did the music video for Wires this year. That's one of the more fun shoots I've ever done, I think, was the Wires video. Now the sun's just come out all of a sudden. Yeah, so I did keep doing that. Put that to one side for a second. Okay, let's flip the page because I've got, what have I got? I wrote here, continue on the other side. Oh, interesting. Robbie short film. What did he do? He was talking to me last year about he wanted to make a short film in 2024. That's something that I really want to do. I got here notes for that saying produce / organize / first AD his film whenever that is ready. Maybe in between writing all things go. Wow. I mean, I still probably will do that. I've always offered to help Robbie, and I always will help him. Whenever he needs my help with anything, I'll always offer that. Again, with that, it's just whenever he has an idea. And whenever we can fit that in, but I'm always up for that. I don't think I ever won, now I've tried first ADing. I don't think I like it, and I don't think I'll do it I don't think I want to necessarily do it for other people's projects, which sounds bad. But I can do it for my own. Because, yeah, I feel like it has to be very specific people that I would want to do that with. Because I don't necessarily enjoy it. It's not fun. It just gives me too much stress. And I don't think I'm a natural fit for it. So, yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I got here, George film. I put whatever is needed from me. Help out with film. Now, that was Contrails. That did happen this year. George Dixon, if any of you don't know. And he did, and we talked, and he asked me if I could do it. He asked me a few times. He asked me to be on the crew, and I was not able to because I was working. Because it was shooting in Leeds, and I would have had to drive there as well, so I would not have been able to do it, which was a shame for me, because I was wanting to do it. But I did say to him, "Hey man, whatever's needed for me, I'll help." I did lend my equipment to Connor for that film. I lent some of my equipment to Connor, shall I say? But yeah, I mean, hey, yeah. I mean, my mindset is still there for that. Whatever George is doing a film, I'm always happy to help. And if I can, I will. Here we go. I've got one section here that says R&Q. What did I say about this? I said, start expanding that brand. Website, Linktree, etc. Haven't done a website. Haven't done a Linktree. I don't know what etc. is. I definitely started focusing more on the Instagram on R&Q. I definitely started trying to push that more. Trying to be more of a regular stuff on that one. I don't know. That one's just such a... I know it's going to sound daft because I started at Mission Kills this year, but man, I hate trying to be I hate social media managing. It's just not my thing, man. It's just... Yeah, no, I don't know. So that was all the creative things I wanted to achieve this year. I've got a professional section. What's on my professional section here? North. So North Wrestling. I said keep working on shows. Hopefully have more video responsibilities. That's interesting, the last one. I'm not going to read it out loud. But yeah, okay. Last one I briefly what I will say is I briefly mentioned it, and it was kind of open, but also I don't think that's my place right now. Keep working on shows. I have done. I've worked on every single one except the one that was in London. I've worked on every single North show still this day. Hopefully have more video responsibilities, which I have. I've started editing highlights for the social media stuff, which has been cool. And I feel like that's just kind of like a copy and paste, really, for next year. I love working for North. I love being a part of that team. I love doing what I do there. I like the amount of, I like the amount of stuff that I do there, really. And if I get asked to do anything else, I'll be willing to do it. But I don't necessarily feel like Jesus Christ, am I going to have to, shut the window? I've just saw me blow up there. I'm going to have to shut the blinds, because that is... Jesus Christ. Yeah, that looks better. God, I look like I was ascending. Right, what was I saying? North. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if I get asked about anything with that one, like if I get approached by anyone, whether it be Bowers or Alex, I'll do it. Or I'll try to do my best with it. But yeah, no, just keep doing that, man. I'm happy with that. Arc. I work at Arc Theatre in Stockton. Keep working there and gaining more knowledge and confidence in that work in life. Yeah, I have done that. I definitely have done that. I'm approaching 2 years now of working there. January 2023 is when I signed my contract for that. But yeah, that's what I would say. I'm happy with that. I'm still doing it. I'm going to be there today, which is why I'm doing this in the morning. I got regular work. What I will say is my 2024 definitely had a slightly interesting start with that. Regular work. Apply for anything and everything. Update normal CV. Set 1 day a week to apply for jobs. That lasted a few weeks, that last point. That did. Yeah, right, what I will say to all of that is it's a shattering... It could be a really demoralizing experience, the job search. And I know some people, and I know quite a few people that are in the same boat, that feel the same way. You really need to try right. What I'll say is I'll keep this one simple. It's just really frustrating there's two elements that are really frustrating with this. The things I've learned this year. It's really frustrating when all you're hearing is we're looking for people with experience, and you're not able to get the experience for that. You know, people are like, we're looking for people with experience. Well, how am I meant to get the experience if I'm not able to even get said job? I don't know. And also another thing is studying film, having a creative degree, and for me personally, that really being my only background in working, and just general experience like that. A lot of jobs have looked at that and been like, oh, well, you seem great, you seem confident, you seem like you'll be good for the job. You just seem, not like you'll be good for the job. You seem confident, and you seem friendly, and you seem hardworking. This just doesn't seem like your main passion. You seem a lot more into film, and I'm like, God damn it, man. God damn it. But yeah. What I will say is, though, I did gain a job working for... I did gain a semi-regularish job in correlation with my ARC job, which, again, something like ARC I'll keep doing. And that's helped me out. And it utilizes the skills that I've trained in. Yeah. What have I got here? I've got film work. What I put for this? Keep in contact with Nina. Nina is someone who runs the Northern Studios in Hartlepool. I haven't talked to her quite a bit though. If I'm being honest, I haven't really properly. Anyway, this section is going to be interesting. I got update film CV. Inquire with blank about my approach to freelance. That's interesting. I had a very, very interesting experience on. I had a very new outlook on trying to go freelance, and I don't need to say it like really get into it. But what I will say is one thing I discovered about that filmmaking, the freelance filmmaking grind, is some people are really built for that. Some people it comes natural to, where they can apply for a job within seconds of it being announced, and they get the job, and it's for 2 weeks, and then they're back on that, and it's this constant cycle, and they have to be constantly available to apply for like a runner job or a location marshalling job or etc. etc. And they can do that. They can do that constant grind and the constant rotation. The one thing I've learned is I am not built for that. That is not where my head is mentally, and I have accepted that. And I'm taking all that energy with me into the future, really. And then I put some other things that I didn't even think about. It's two companies that I thought maybe I could apply for jobs there. And I didn't apply for either of them. So, yeah. I don't even think I even thought about it even into the next part of the year, really. And now let's go on the next page. What did it say? It says personal on next page. We'll see how much of this I include in this video. Personal. Here we go. Right. I got driving. I got grow more confident in driving long distances outside of Hartlepool. And I did do that. Again, for the work that I do. For my ARC job, I drive from Hartlepool to Stockton. But I also, for my other job, I drive from Hartlepool to Nunthorpe and back, and I also drive from Hartlepool to Yarm and back. And I've also now started not long ago driving from Hartlepool to Newcastle for the wrestling. And I have driven to Teesside Park by myself as well. Not too big distances, but I wouldn't have been able to. A lot of those I wouldn't have done a year ago, you know. But that's really helpful. Yeah. I did do that. I definitely did do that. I got going out. I am curious what that means. Go on a few solo dates. Solo trip to Newcastle for a film food shop. I've turned certain trips into that. I don't think I purposely went like, I'm going to go. No, that's not true. That's not true. I have went to Newcastle by myself to watch some films in Tyneside. So I have done that. Go to a restaurant by myself. Does Wagamama's count? I think I've done that when I've been in Newcastle, but I think more so what I mean by that is go like specific. Like I am going to a restaurant and I'm doing that by myself. I've also got to go to cafes more by myself. I did that once and that wasn't too long ago. And then I just felt nervous. I think I need to go more into that. Go more into doing that. I need to like really not feel too self-conscious about doing any of those. I need to do those more often. I think that would be more... It'd be more beneficial for me to really, like, indulge more in, again, like a solo date. Go to a restaurant by myself. Go to a cafe more by myself. Yeah. I'll try to push myself to doing that more often. I've got read more. And which I have started doing, but the two books I've written down, I've got Ant Kind and Hank and Jim. Ant Kind is the Charlie Kaufman giant book. Come in. My mother, everyone. What a sweetheart. Yeah, Ant Kind is the really big Charlie Kaufman book that I've got. That I bought when it came out. And Hank and Jim is the biography book about Henry Fonda and James Stewart. I haven't started reading any of those. What I have started reading, though, is I'm reading Strangers, which is the book that Oliver Strange is based on. And I was doing really well reading it at least once every day, somewhat, like a chapter every day. And then I got really ill. I'm not quite halfway through it. But I've got some time to kill today. In between certain shifts, so I'm going to take this with me and have a read in spoons. Probably. I'll try to do that. But I'm enjoying that. I am enjoying reading more. Not too ambitious as well. I'll read this out. I don't care. Dating. Here we go. I've got don't overthink. Be more vocally open about wanting to date. I haven't been. And I got instantly message when match on a dating app. Don't think about it. I kind of started doing that. I deleted most of the dating apps. I'm only on Hinge right now. That's the only one I'm on. And even then, I'm not always on it. I go on it once every month, really. And in terms of being more vocally open about wanting to date, I haven't been. And I mean, to be fair, the last 6 months, I've kind of like, that in myself, I've kind of been a bit more like, I don't know, I'm trying to be more happy in myself a bit more, which I have been. I have been feeling a bit more happier in myself. I've been doing that a lot more, which has been nice to know. I haven't been worried about dating. I will say that. I think at this point, a year ago today, I was a bit more like, I want to get out and date a lot more. I want to get out and date. Don't get me wrong. I still would like to date. But it's not as. Oh no, I'm not as. It's not the most. It's not the biggest priority. I don't think it was the biggest priority at this point, but it's not. I'll be very curious. I'll probably include in my writing for next year, for this year's winter solstice reflection, just to kind of, I don't know, write it down and see where I'm at next year. But yeah, no, that's interesting. And the last bit I've got socializing. I got be more open about meet out for chilled drinks. Go to Leeds/Newcastle more. I went to Leeds twice this year, and one of them wasn't even a social occasion. One of them was to just I went to a national film TV school like first AD workshop thing, and I chilled with Robbie. I stayed with Robbie for that. That was cool. Be more open about meet out for chilled drinks. I'm doing that tonight, hopefully at least. I was actually like, hey, do you want to meet up for a drink? So I am actually doing that tonight at least. I didn't do that more often. I've done that with Lewis, I will say. There's certain people that I'm a lot more confident in asking. And it's not that I don't like certain people. It's that I'm worried that they'll say no. I'm bad. I can't handle rejection. I really can't handle it is one thing I've learned this year. I knew that anyway. I'm bad with rejection in general. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I went to Newcastle more. I think I've been in Newcastle the same amount of times as I've went before. Do you know what? I do know, but even though around this time of the year, I've also once again been thinking, like, I need to just, like, message people, like, do you want to meet for a drink? Or do you just want to meet for a chat? I need to be more open with that. The thing is, because I know I want that to happen. I want to have more of, like, a regular friendship chatting thing. I have that with Lewis. I see Lewis most weeks, to be fair. Lewis and Victoria, I see them most weeks. But there's other people who I would like to, see more often, I guess. I don't know. I'll write my thing. I mean, either tonight or when I get back from work. Either tonight no, it won't be tonight. It won't be tonight. It'll probably be tomorrow when I write this. When I do this again, just because I can't, because I'm busy with work. But yeah, that was fun. There you go. I opened and I reflected on it this year. There it is. And I reflected. That's interesting. Not a lot that I'm quite surprised at. Not a lot that I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. It's interesting to look at projects that I was really thinking about last year that either didn't turn out, like, that didn't come into fruition or I just didn't even think about. But yeah. So that's my reflection from a year ago. Happy winter solstice, everyone.